I'm sitting here in my gorgeous office admiring it. I made some changes in the office today and I made it a little bit more homely. Made some changes. They're not huge changes. Oh, yeah, I put up me Neil hung my accreditation. But the most important thing, like, hang on, we've a lamp and all now. We've lamps and all now. You can't even really see it. That's Auntie Minnie's lamp. But what I want to say is this. Nigel Morrow had made me a beautiful painting last year. And it has sat on the floor of my office for many, many months. And I had explained to Nigel at the time that I was having an issue with my ego, that I didn't think I could allow myself hang a picture of me in my office because I'm not the Queen. And I felt like it would be a bit, it felt weird hanging a picture of myself in my office. And I discussed this with Nigel. And Nigel said, I knew you were going to say that. And that's one of the reasons why I made it for you. But I'm gonna bring you up to where the picture is, right? Let me show you. Hopefully you'll be able to see it clearly. Okay. So Nigel took the time to hand make that for me as a gift and a surprise. And he's also the surprise that I got when I thought that I got it and then I didn't get it and then I got it. And what it says is, in the words, she remembered who she was and the game changed. So it is very, very important that you guys remember who you are and remember what your values are and remember why it is that you're here and what it is that you're here to do, and stick by those values as often as you can. When you're working in alignment with your values, you'll never experience any anxiousness whatsoever. But for those of you who don't know the tall poppy story, the short version is this. If anybody tries to cut the legs from underneath you, they are not your people. Walk on, move on. Nobody is going to grow at the same level or speed as you are. And we're all on the same journey. We're just going to get there at different stages, okay? Some of us are driving, some of us are cycling, some of us are on motorbikes, some of us are walking, some of us are crawling. As long as you are taking action, I don't care, okay? But for those people who try to cut the legs of the tall poppy from underneath them, they are not your people. Move on, replant, regrow, surround yourself with the people who raise you up and who are silently shaking the little pom-poms in support, standing right behind you. Nigel Morrow put up a picture yesterday of myself and a couple of people who are very important to me after an event that I had in and around this time last year. And that group just organically were left behind after one of my workshops, and we had a wonderful evening together. And in that picture he says, there's not one person in this picture who is not basically one of his cheerleaders. He didn't tag any of us. He didn't ask any of us if he could say what he said. He doesn't need to. He already has permission because we are his childminders, or his cheerleaders. I was thinking about childminding earlier on. Nigel Morrow, how's things, pal? You can feel your personality in that room. You need to write a book called The Tall Poppy. Listen, the book is already underway. I already wrote a book, as I told you all before, and I deleted it because it was a very sad, ridiculous story and nobody needed to read it. We all have too many sad stories in our lives, and you know, nobody needs to know the Angela's Ashes version of me. However, the book that I'm writing is completely different. So I shall leave it there. Make sure that you are surrounding yourself by people who raise you up. You become most like the 4 people that you spend time with. So choose wisely.